And so when you see the smiles on my face, you know definitely it's just excitement. It's always happy to be back on Thursdays. Time check, 9 p.m. Obviously, what do you expect? It's Men's Lounge. I'm here. My name is Nanaya Odame, and it's always good to be back. And so the last time we met, we spoke about fashion. We had KOD, we had and Senor telling us all the things about the things a man should have in their closet and everything. I'm sure we picked quite a few, but there are others that obviously we won't pick up. But hey, it's just good to be back and good to see you all guys. It's a good evening. All I can say is good evening for today. So the football season is about to start, and here at GMABC, we do what we call the FPL. I'll be giving you more information about it when I'm back after this very first break. Stay tuned. All right, so welcome back. Like I said earlier, we're back in the men's lounge. Last week we spoke about fashion. We did speak a lot of things. We learned a lot of things from Senor and KOD. Today we are here with two gentlemen. But before I go to them, I need to tell you a little bit about the upcoming corporate run. So come and join ETV Ghana and Japan Motors for fitness, fun, and networking this September as registration opens for the 2019 edition of the annual corporate run. Meet, network, and engage in fun-filled activities with colleagues and runners from the corporate world in Ghana as you compete for amazing prizes. Scheduled for Saturday, September 21st, 2019, forms are on sale for only 35 Ghana cedis for individuals and 300 for corporate members in a team of 5. Remember, Kumasi and Takrady, for the first time in history, will not be left out of this memorable exercise as the event will be held simultaneously in these cities. Pick the registration forms at ETV Ghana Happy FM in Asylum Down, Japan Motors Graphic Road, and the Silver Star Tower Airport City, the offices of Japan Motors and YFM respectively in Kumasi and Takrady, and be part of this healthy exercise. So I did say earlier that I have two gentlemen in the studio, and one of them, obviously today we are talking about health, and so one of them is a doctor, a health practitioner, a medical officer at the Lekma Hospital. His name is Dr. Emmanuel. Should I add the last one? Oh, yeah. I'll have him tell you more anyway. And then the second person is Albert Black Adjeibi. You understand why I call him Black when the camera pans on him. Guys, good to see you. Welcome.
Nice one.
I'll start with you, Albert. Like I said, I call him Black. I mean, just call him Black, yeah. Tell us who you are.
I'm a health and fitness coach slash motivator, and I help people get through their health and fitness goals, if we can put it that way. I'm that type. I'm the person people come to when they want to lose body fat, gain muscle, eat well, and all the little things that we should actually do that people don't do.
All the little things that we should do that people don't do.
Exactly.
Start already. Want to pick on people. Let us be. Doc.
Yeah.
Charlie, tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, Joel have to give a recap of what I do like he did.
Charlie, everything. We want to know everything.
Yeah,
So
that was a brief.
That was a brief one.
It wasn't brief. That was all he asked.
Okay, so my name is Dr. Emmanuel Amankrah, as he said. I'm a medical officer at Lekma Hospital. I save lives for a living. So basically, that's something small. And, well, I also try to motivate as and when I can.
Motivate.
Of
I
course.
use the word motivate because black.
He also said motivate, so I also
hey,
motivate.
But there's a lot of difference. He motivates and we see him well built up. You motivate and you are like that.
Oh,
Motivation
All right, so
has nothing to do with the world.
I just knew you say that. Yeah, today I'm not even talking to you. I'll be talking to only doctor.
I think we
And
won't
I
talk
think
about
Doctor
muscles
is even
today.
well built than I am. So
I
Now-
wish
now-
I even
now-
wish he never showed
now
up.
he's
This guy will
picking
stress
up
us
on me.
today.
He's
He will-
picking
he
up
will
on
even
me.
stress us today. I wish he wasn't here. Guys, if you're just joining us, feel free to join us via our usual WhatsApp page. Which the number is 0202222054. 0202222054. So today we'll be discussing the impact of poor lifestyle choices on men's health. The impact of poor lifestyle choices on men's health. So even before we delve into it really, I read some research, okay? I think it's from the WHO page, and it talks about how women live longer than men. Now, this research, I think, was posted in 2016, and there's even another one, 2019, that even reduces the age. I think women in 2016, it said 72 years. Women are likely to stay up to about 72 years, and men 69. And the recent one for 2019 says women are likely to stay up to about 69.6 years, and then men 64. Whoa, man. That's sad. Well, I'm not dying. Doc, how true is this?
So it's very true, and the sad aspect is you being a male already puts your life expectancy quite lower than the female, and I'm sure we are here to actually discuss why this is so. So I'm hoping by the time we finish, your viewers would actually know how to extend this expectancy. Let's have in mind that it's life expectancy, so it's not
really definite.
it's not really definite that you have to die at 64.5, but it's an expectancy. So with a good lifestyle, we expect you to cross that
You
mark.
can do some 85 or some 90.
Well, we have people doing 100 and 120.
Do you want to?
That's a discussion for another day.
Albert, have you seen this research?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You
I've seen
have?
it, but I've not really detailed.
But do you believe it?
Not necessarily, but like just as he said, it's expectancy. So you can beat that by doing things right. And again, you could do things right, and other things will go wrong for you, and you wouldn't get there. So it's a big one.
So then it makes me want to ask, what is happening? Is it that we are not having time for
But,
ourselves, or we are just not interested in our own personal health and well-being? I mean, as men. Society obviously is putting a lot of pressure
Should
on
we
us.
say men live more recklessly than women?
Albert, how?
I'm asking. It's a question for me, because if the expectancy is low, that means there's something wrong with men. Right, so is it because we live a more reckless life, not with regards to some of the things that we do, or otherwise? Right, and again, it's not set in stone, so this is just opinions.
So, Doc,
Yeah.
do we say it is just us, the people, not having time for ourselves, probably? Or there could be
Well-
specific things that's leading to that?
Okay, so I think we'll curtail the discussion more to our setting here in Africa, or let's say in Ghana. And we seem not to be so careful about our health. That's a fact.
How?
People rarely care about their health, because someone comes to the hospital only when the person is not feeling well, and even that, the person comes at the latter stages. So immediately the person is not feeling well, tends to all these things, and then in the latter stages comes to the hospital. Now, meanwhile, you're supposed to be doing daily, yearly, or a scheduled routine exam and test, workup. But how many Ghanaians or how many men can actually say that they actually do that? A lot of people don't do that. So personally, the conclusion I've formed is that we are not so particular about our health as a people.
You can say that about women as well. I'm
No,
not sure.
that's why I said
like
as
in
a
a Ghanaian
people.
setting, then we're like, okay.
So then what we're saying is it's part of us not to just go to the hospital to do anything unless we feel we are not well.
I guess so. I guess so. Because elsewhere, people have their routine tests, routine workups that they do. They know every 3 months, every year, they go to see the doctor to go through their basic routines and everything. You meet someone who's like 40 years and he doesn't even know his blood group. He doesn't know anything about his health. Nothing. And, well, here we have...
How important is that?
Well, it's very, very important because knowing your baseline or stable life status helps when we check and we realize something, we can build up on that is your baseline, so there's been a change. Now, if your blood level is naturally low, we know that this is it. We know how to work around it. I've seen someone who didn't even know he was sickle cell. It was like 30-something years. And the person didn't know he was sickle cell. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And so that was one of the interesting moments.
Black, do you think we just don't care? Or as he's saying, it's just part of us as Ghanaians, or our culture probably makes us so?
I think we care, but you know, it's caring is easy, but putting it into action is a different ball game altogether. Right? So, because I've met so many people who care about themselves, and they tell you the things they want to do for themselves, but they don't do it.
And so the question is, why don't they do it?
Because doing it is uncomfortable.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Doc's case,
Look,
so how uncomfortable would it be for me to walk to the hospital to say, dude, I'm here, look, check whatever you have to check for me, it's 3 months. How uncomfortable would that
Well, from what Black is saying, well, permit me to call you Black. From what Black is saying, someone might feel it's a bit inconvenient because you tell someone to come to the hospital, okay, you've been here today, let's see you in a week. It's like, oh, I'm working, I can't come. I'm like, it's your life. It's your life, so you can prioritize. So basically, I think because it's a bit uncomfortable, or we don't, it all boils down to prioritization, I guess. Yeah.
Priorities are not set right, and when I say it's a bit uncomfortable, it's just me saying we are people whereby we are creatures of nature, and we are set in certain ways when we do our things, right? And someone could be sitting out, have a headache, and even getting up to drink water is difficult if they don't have anybody to fetch it for them, right? So that's the when you are caught in that motion whereby, okay, you're okay right now, doing anything outside of this, you don't want to do it. Right? So there are so many people who say, okay, I'll go to the hospital tomorrow, then something crops up during the morning, then the hospital becomes
Secondary.
pushed. And some of them don't even go anywhere. They'll say, I'll go to the hospital tomorrow. They wake up, oh, it's too late. They don't go to the hospital. Right? So we are caught in, we like to do things that makes us feel good, and going to the hospital for some people doesn't feel good. So the comfortable here is, let me do stuff.
I hear a lot
like
of the
this.
excuses people give for not going to the hospitals. They don't like the smell. They feel sick when they go there, and especially the women. They feel sick when they go
I don't
there.
like
No,
They
needles.
don't like
but,
the
but,
smell.
but
They
the
don't like
funny thing is,
needles.
okay, no, the funny thing is the women complain a lot. But when we talk to people who are actually compliant with their medications, with chronic conditions, women are more compliant than men.
So men just don't care then.
I already said that.
Yeah, we just don't care. I mean, look, I think it could also be the fact that, you know, we feel we are stronger. We feel we are
No,
we are
so
more
I think
stronger
society
species,
places this rule where you have to be so strong,
so being a man.
being a man, in quotes.
Most people acted, they are not really strong. Most people just act strong.
Well, our society is more about acting than being.
But it shouldn't
Well,
be so.
but reality always catches up with us. So what could be one of, I mean, look, we would consider culture obviously, or our lifestyle as part of the reasons, but what other reasons could be why we are just not being very careful with our health? I mean, is it that we don't have the time?
I think I'll talk about education.
Education.
Because most people don't even understand, and like most people don't understand that they should take care of their health. Like for me, and like with regards to what I do, the people I get into contact with, like clients, people who you speak to, when they come to you, it's not even about I want to exercise because I want to be healthy. It's about I want to exercise because I want to lose weight. Right?
Okay.
And that's it for most people. And then like, oh, so why do you want to do it? I want to lose weight. Right? Then they would ask you, how long do you think it would take for me to lose
So
weight?
you're already tired of it.
Yeah, and
Even
you've
when they
not
haven't
even
started.
And sometimes I feel you put me in a position where you want me to lie to you. Because first of all, we've not started. I don't even know if you can do the exercises. Right? But you're asking me to give you a timeline as to which you get to where you want to get to. So when you get there, what happens?
You stop. But why? I'm done. I wanted to lose weight. I've lost the weight. What would I be doing
Then
again?
again, the point is not to just lose weight. The point is, like for me, and most people that I work with is to be healthy and fit.
Mm.
Like, and the amazing thing about being healthy and fit is something you can't see with the eye.
Okay.
It's a feeling. Right? It's just like going to the hospital being sick is a feeling. Right?
Mm-hmm.
When you are cured, is a feeling. Like when you are cured, like when I visit the hospital.
I'm not sure doctor agrees with you.
No,
Because he would test you and say physically that, look, you are not fit.
Yeah,
so
but
what
like-
has it got to do with
but
feeling?
after the test and everything,
Uh-huh.
when you are cured,
Uh-huh.
right, the test, you would feel different. You go to the hospital because you're okay, I'm not feeling all right. Right? But when you feel all right and he will test, okay, we'll give you medication, everything has been sorted, the feeling, you would feel good about yourself. That cannot be seen.
Okay. I think I kind of understand now. Okay.
Like, how do you check if somebody is fit? Do you see it? And with two people sitting here,
Uh-huh.
I can say he's fit. He can say I'm fit.
No, you are not fit. You are tired. So you are not fit. He looks fit.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Can you sit straight?
Can I sit?
I know your
Yeah,
back
I
hurts. I know your back hurts by now.
that's because of we can't go into that now. But fitness is not something that pops up on the eye, right? But we live in a society whereby everybody thinks that looking a certain way makes you fit. Right? So I tell people it's not even about being small or being big. It's about what can you do. That's much more important. Like, oh, can you do 10 push-ups? So if the big person is doing 10 push-ups and the small person can do 10 push-ups, it means that the small person is not fit enough to do 10 push-ups. Right? But you can't see that. And obviously, when two people are standing and one is big and one is small, we would assume the smaller one can do certain things more than the bigger,
The big one, yeah. Which is very wrong. I agree with you. I joined a football team a couple of years ago, and there was this gentleman called Fafa. I saw the guy and he was tough. I'm like, oh, this guy, I'll run him. So the guy get the ball, Kai, I don't see tail lights.
Van Dijk.
He stretched me like something. I see a lot of difference. And the guy is he's big, but
Yeah.
he just left me like that. Anyway, guys, if you're just joining us, we are in the lounge, and obviously men's lounge. Today we are talking about some lifestyles that lead men into very, very poor health conditions. I'm going to take my very first break. When I'm back, we'll continue. Feel free to join us on our WhatsApp number, which is 020-2222-054. Stay with us. What you saw on your screen was the investment tip. Like we always do on the men's lounge, we grow the younger folks to become responsible men. That was a tip that will help you grow your money. And obviously, we need to tell you about it so that you can have a very good, secured future. We're back in the studio, Black and Emmanuel. Dr. Emmanuel, yeah. I could have been a doctor, you know. Don't ask me why could it.
No. I believe you.
Yeah, I could have been a doctor. So let's look at what are some of the factors related to lifestyle diseases. I mean, when it comes to men, on the hindsight or immediately what comes to mind probably would be alcohol, probably overuse of alcohol. I read somewhere that when you're not even getting enough sleep, it's also risk for you as a man. What are some of these factors that will lead to that? I mean, diseases, health diseases for men.
Dog, have a field day with us.
Why
Okay.
you don't get anything talk?
I get plenty talk, but make doctor go.
Funny enough, okay,
Yeah.
we'll still go back to the fitness and wellness. So, talking about, you mentioned alcohol, so if we can just
Sure.
do a bit of the alcohol as well. So, currently, there's an allowable, in quotes, limit or level of alcohol you can take in a week. That
Okay.
we estimate it to be 14 units. Okay.
Please hold on.
Explain 14.
So what is the 14
Oh,
units?
no, I'm
Is
coming
it
there.
14 bottles of club or let's know this.
So no, that's why I'm coming
Okay,
there. So
okay,
relax.
uh-huh.
So if it's 14 units,
Uh-huh.
medically we classify it as 14 units. Now, 14, like you asked, 14 units could be 6 bottles of beer, okay, or 7 glasses of wine in a week.
6 bottles of beer,
Yes,
and that's allowable
in a
currently.
week.
So Monday to Saturday minus Sunday, because we'll go to church. Nice.
Why am I on Sunday?
6 bottles.
But some
So-
people go to church on Saturdays.
Well, some people do
Well,
go to church
yeah.
on Saturdays.
Okay,
So
fine.
even though I'm not telling you to go and drink every day, but that is the allowable level. Now, that's why I wouldn't say you should stop it totally, but if it's in excess, would say you should reduce it. Now, alcohol in general predisposes you to a whole lot of conditions, a whole lot. Trust me, but it's all about the moderation, because from head to toe, I can state a whole lot of conditions that's associated with alcohol use.
Really?
Oh yes.
Please tell us some.
So we should start.
I need to know. But see, there's an allowable intake.
Yeah.
And again, you're going to tell us
The effect. That's why I
of
said
the
it's all
allowable
about-
intake.
No. In
Overuse.
excess.
Aha.
The overuse.
Okay.
But Doc, what's SS?
Oh, I gave
I know. I feel SS is dependent on person.
So, the thing is, excess is not necessarily you getting drunk.
Okay.
You get
No,
it.
even the allowable intake, I feel is also dependent on person.
No, so generally, that as a medically, for anyone who takes 14 per week, we take it, it's
14 units.
14 units.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, let me
But
clarify
the
that.
14 per
14
week
units.
may mean something else.
Sorry,
Great.
14 units per
Yeah.
week. But you realize that I didn't talk about hard liquor.
Okay.
Okay. And our local brands, there's something
Yeah, like
else.
200%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different topic, a different program on
I
its
know.
own. So, in its moderation, now in excess, like I said, you may not be drunk, but you're taking excess.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's go from head to toe. You said so. Now, from head, even in our minds. First of all, or even your hair, yeah, it can affect your hair, because when it affects your liver, it affects your hair, because your hair is from proteins. So once it affects your liver, protein production goes down.
Okay.
So the production of your hair, so they have this, the hair changes a bit. Now, in your brain, you can have dependency. People are actually addicted to alcohol. It happens a
Yeah.
lot. I see almost every day, I see something like that in the hospital where people are addicted to it. Now, the way addiction works, it works slowly. So you wouldn't realize it. To you, it's something you're taking just gradually, or something, just something. Sitting with the boys. Sitting with the boys. Oh, today, let's just go get this. But you realize that until you take it, you're not functioning well. Then some people actually even have to take it in the morning before they can work. We've
For
had
food.
for food, for for everything.
Why are you laughing?
People say they take it to be
But what
happy
came to
as
mind
well,
if
so-
I mention it, you let us go down that lane again.
Oh,
okay.
no. Look, anyway, let me hear you.
So yeah, then addiction, then okay, we come down to our heart. Most cardiovascular conditions, okay, are linked with alcohol use or alcohol intake, excess alcohol intake. Now we come to our stomach, gastritis, ulcer, they are all linked with that as well. We come our liver, it's all linked as well. Now even in our intestines, there's some cancers that have been predisposed. It's not caused, but it predisposes you to it, and you go down. Let's say, okay, basically I'll end there. Now,
No, you shouldn't. Please go. Get to the toe. Please get to the toe, dog.
okay, so
We
you're
are the
going
waist
down,
now.
and then
Yeah.
for male, even sexual performance as well, the alcohol can have a negative effect on it. Okay, and then one thing too is, once it affects the liver, it affects the production of some hormones. This also in effect affects the male hormones that are produced. So the testis also shrinks, its effects also goes down as well. Okay, now when we go down to our legs, sometimes because of the liver affection, the legs can swell up. So you realize the legs are all swelling up. Sometimes you have to give something to reduce it. And yeah, generally, it affects the kidney as well. I didn't talk about that. It affects the kidney as well. I remember when in med school, there was something that we used when you asked for predisposing factors, alcohol, obesity. You know that you can never go wrong.
Yeah.
You can never go wrong with that. So it plays a major role. Now, that's alcohol. I mentioned obesity. Let's go down to obesity as well. Now, obesity is a huge problem. Okay, and it's great Black is around. So talking about obesity, it's associated with a lot of conditions, so many conditions. Now,
like a trigger.
it's a trigger for almost every bad thing you can think about. Now, we always have people come in and you tell them, oh, it's the weight thing. Now, here is a part of the world where
Being obese is good living.
it's good living, because some of the time I'm too skinny. I always have a fight with my mom because she's like, oh, you're too skinny, you're too
You
skinny.
face that at home as well, eh?
Oh yes, I'm sure she's watching now. She'll say that I said it. Yeah.
I get that from my
So-
mom most of the time.
Yeah, because that was they were used to, or that's what they know, that if you're a bit on the heavy side, that is more of healthy living. But now here's the case. One funny thing, any increase in weight above the normal, your obesity, the BMI that we usually calculate,
Yeah.
increase in it predisposes you more to diabetes, because as your
Yeah.
weight increases, the effect of your insulin in the body decreases.
Mhm.
So there are some people, just weight loss can improve their blood sugars. They don't have to be put on
Significantly.
medication. Just reduction of weight can sort them out.
It's like I saw somewhere you don't run, that's why the diabetes runs in your family. Right? So
Hold on, you don't run. That's why diabetes run.
runs in your family.
Okay.
So it's just by saying a little bit of exercise can get you off that weight gain, and it would go a long way to help your family.
Mm.
It's simple.
Mm.
But running is not as simple as people think it is. So yeah,
But
that's another thing.
coming to you, Black. These are all more like lifestyles, and then what we kind of face after a while, considering such lifestyles.
Yeah.
And so, those who come to you, those who come to you, do you face people who probably, like a lot of men lately, or about 40% of the working population, will sit for about 8 hours during the day, close and do like he said, yeah, with the boys, sitting with the boys, take meat, alcohol, all that, get home late, not enough sleep, go back home, start getting issues. Can that thing also lead to obesity? Does it
Yeah.
make somebody
That's
bloated and all
actually
that?
the major
Yeah,
thing.
Good.
Because
And
right
so
now,
and so with that, if somebody comes to you, I mean, you have people like that who come to you. How do you
Every
deal with
day.
it?
So first of all, people who come to me with that problem,
Mm.
and it's like 80% of the people who come to me, that's why I said education. You try to educate them, and that's difficult. It's difficult because they have resisted with certain opinions and a way of orientation for a very long time,
Mm.
and they feel like, okay, this is the way they should live, right? And so when you come to me, I'd have to introduce new things to you, right? And I usually ask people who come to me, how bad do you want it? It's a very important question. So, okay, you want to lose weight. How bad do you want to lose weight? Will you give up late nights? Will you give up not drinking alcohol for the weight loss? And in turn, weight loss is like when you lose weight, it's going to affect your life or your health lifestyle for a very. It's going to maybe you're probably going to live longer by losing weight than going out late and drinking.
Mm.
So, and it's, I think it's a dicey one because now, and I don't want to stop people from doing anything, right? So I have to educate you. It's important. I have to tell you, my friend, okay, when you do this, if you drinking water is better than drinking alcohol, right? But I can't be with you 247, so I have to change the mindset, and it's a difficult one.
Is it?
Because I meet them every day, and people who come to you are so, I want to do it. Like, I want to do it, at the time they are speaking to you, they'll bet their last coin on, yes, they will do it. Like, but you sleep on it, and the following day you feel like, you only have one life to live. He's saying to him, you have to stop that, you have to stop this. So it's difficult. It's difficult, very difficult. And you face them every day. Every single day.
So There are some people who say, "Oh, me, I don't take alcohol. I don't," but occasionally, I do.
It's not even just with alcohol,
Mm.
right? Even with bad food choices.
Okay.
We spoke about alcohol, but we didn't really talk about food. And right, so now typically most people are sedentary. They don't do anything, right? And the essence of eating is to fuel your body, right? Now most people are eating more than they are spending because they sit long hours. So they put in more energy, do less, right? Every day, more
Do less
every day.
exercise, you mean?
No, not even less activities.
Activities in
Okay.
general.
Right?
Mm.
Less, more, do less, more, do less. With time, you'll be obsessed by that. So it's not just with alcohol. It's with everything, everything.
Mm. So then it means diet. Diet is also one of the
No, so
one of the
diet
things
is
we need to
actually
look at.
one important aspect as well. Because like he talked about us having a sedentary lifestyle now. Now the average person, working class person, wakes up in the morning, sits in a car, sits in traffic, gets to work, sits down. After that, sits in a car. After that, gets to the house, eats in the evening, sits to watch a bit of TV, then sleeps. Then repeats the cycle from Monday to Friday.
Loop.
Saturday, best case scenario, wake up, watch, maybe do some washing or do some cleaning a little bit.
Hey,
Then-
machines wash this.
Okay,
so
machine wash this time. So you don't even do anything. You press and then sit down, watch some TV in the evening, go hang out small, sit,
the boys for
eat
chill.
meat, drink something. Then the next day, sleep, wake up, church, come back, sit again, eat fufu, and then get ready for work. And you repeat the cycle. You realize that the whole cycle is all sedentary. You're not doing anything, whatever. But then here's the case. I remember went for a walk up Pejase Mountain.
It's called a
Now-
health walk.
The health walk. Well, so I went with some friends of mine from high school. So okay, we went, and then right after we came down, there's this huge bowl of wachi waiting, and I'm like, okay.
Was it only watching?
So I think
I'm sure it wasn't.
these days is more of a kinky event.
Kinky
Walk
event.
up the hill and eat kinky.
And
and
it's
fish.
kinky. So you go up there, you burn a little bit of some calories, and you come, and what you take in is even more than what you.
I don't even think some people burn because they are so leisurely walking up that nothing happens.
Not even one sweat.
Like nothing happens. Right. And let me break it down for you this way. It's every single step of the day, not just walk on a Saturday. So people walk only Saturdays, right? But what happens from Monday to Friday, and what happens on Sunday, right? Do you feel just walking on Saturdays makes you a healthy person? Right. That's why I say we need to educate, because there are companies, entities that are organizing health walks once a month. Like, okay, let's just do this. But it has to be every single day. You know, even sometimes at work, people who sit all the time should stand and work, because standing is you doing an activity. But we don't do that. We hardly do anything.
I think
And
I've seen some banks lately don't
Yeah,
even
move
have
the
chairs
chairs
in their
away.
pews.
Oh,
because
okay.
it
yeah,
actually makes you
people
more
stand.
efficient.
Mm.
You work well when you stand,
Mm.
but we don't do that. And it's difficult. Like,
I know.
we have to change the mindset. Like, let me take you back to like, so in schools where there's physical education, right? Education is supposed to teach us most of these things, whereby, okay, you have to do a little bit every single day, something off. If it's going to work, if you have to work 20 minutes or 30 minutes every day outside your work and the other things that you do, just give it that little amount of time. Right? But in school, I realized, like, when I was in junior high, primary school, PE was one of those times, like, it was a waste of our time. The PE teacher didn't even come, and we were
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
not to do. Right?
Yeah.
But that's where they have to teach it. And if you don't learn it there, you can't learn it anywhere.
I think the influence of how we think it's only 1 out of a whole week will be enough for us to exercise comes from way back in school then, because
Yeah.
in school, when it's PE time, it's just one Friday or one Thursday,
Like
and that's it for the
everything,
whole
yeah.
week.
25 minutes.
Exactly, and that's it. And I think it's what we have grown up into then.
And
it's
even the P is
affecting
supposed
us.
to be like a break time, because you just talk, chat, laugh around.
The way I used to be happy when the teacher doesn't come in.
Doc, what about smoking?
Smoking.
Will you do the head to toe again?
Oh, you want me to do head to again?
Yeah, perhaps you should, because
No,
I mean,
so-
I've heard people, you know, try to defend smoking. I mean, make it look like, yeah, I mean, it's not that unhealthy, and
Okay,
it's not bad
so
to their lifestyle and
I
all
think
that.
one thing too that in medical we used to do, risk factor for every malignant mean cancer,
Mm.
that you can just mention smoking because it's linked to most cancers. Okay.
Okay.
Now smoking it's very dangerous. Okay, but then again, what you smoke also plays a role. Okay.
Does it matter what you smoke?
Yes.
But it is all smoke anyway that goes
No,
into
no,
the
no.
system.
So if someone is smoking cigarettes,
Uh-huh.
it really has effects on the cancers, as I said, like predisposes you to a lot of cancers.
Okay.
Now, if the person is smoking marijuana, we have more of the psychological or psychiatric issues more. Now, recently we have had influx of these, how do you call it? Is it
Shisha?
shisha that people...
Oh, the electric one? Or
No,
that's
it's not
shisha?
electric. It's...
I think shisha is a bond thing. Where
Oh,
Yeah.
that
there's
one. I
pipes.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks very
That-
colorful. Oh.
It looks very colorful.
Isn't it nice?
I haven't tried it before, so I wouldn't know.
Uh,
But that also has its own dangers because that one, there's no filter and you're taking a lot more
Yeah.
than the usual smoke.
Ooh.
And yeah, and then people share their thing. You don't know how it was sterilized. There's a
They don't
case.
sterilize it, so
Exactly, I even say how they don't sterilize it. So people pass things on to other people.
Yeah.
And then you get all these stuff.
yeah.
People come with all these weird chest infections, and you go into the history, and the only thing is, oh, they smoked some shisha, thinking shisha was safe, but it's not safe as well. So smoking, in general, is a serious something.
It's
That,
a big one.
but sadly, it's becoming more
Have you seen cigarette packs lately? Where on the packs they are like
smoking kills.
not just the
Oh,
kill.
but
now
it's
there are
been written on-
pictures.
it's been written there for
No,
so
now
many
there are
years.
pictures of like bad lungs, bad hearts, like swollen feet. Like there are
Oh,
the
images
cigarette
on the
packs?
cigarette
yeah,
packs.
Yeah,
Oh,
there are
okay.
And
images.
people are still buying.
Oh, of course.
You
Why would they
images
buy it?
on.
They'll still
Yeah, but
buy
I'm,
it.
I'm surprised that
Yeah.
you see these things and you're still buying.
Well, it's
Well,
Yeah.
that's somebody's business.
That's-
Guys, if you're just joining us, we are in the men's lounge. I'm going to take the next break and we'll be back shortly.
Body types and shapes. We are serializing body types and shapes. Last week, we talked about the triangular body type. Today, we are looking at the inverted triangle group. People with inverted triangle body shapes have a well-developed chest and shoulders. Their chest and shoulders are significantly broader compared to their waist and hips. This body shape is typical of men who spend hours at the gym working up an enviable muscular pump. Hectic gym sessions result in accentuated shoulders and chest, but a narrow waist. Your best choice of outfit is those that will show off your toned and fit body.
So welcome back. I'm still here with Dr. Emmanuel and then Black Albert Adjeibi. The Black should be his middle name soon. Charlie, you have to gazette that name. Oh. So it'll be Albert Black Adjeibi. Yeah, that will be after I begin to ball past you. So,
I'm waiting.
so I've been thinking, lately, because of again the not to say lifestyle, but current society trends, like you go to work early, unfortunately traffic and everything. So a lot of men end up eating late. So you're gonna eat. Some people even eat fufu before they sleep. So does this also have some negative, obviously, effect health-wise when it comes to men
Eating late.
eating late? Not necessarily eating just late, but eating very
I think,
heavy.
We grow up thinking eating late is a problem, but eating late is not necessarily a problem. What you eat late can be a problem.
Okay, so it's not that eating late, but what you eat late could be the problem.
Yeah.
How?
okay. So let me say something here. So in relation to weight, that's what he's saying. But there are other problems associated with eating late. Eating late in the sense of, as in right after eating and then sleeping a few minutes afterwards. Okay. But like he said, if it comes to weight or obesity and everything, is what you eat. Now, if you realize now our food trend has moved from the previously when we're younger, and then it was more about the organic food, consumeries and stuff and everything. Now it's all about the pizzas and then the fries and the burgers and everything, westernized lifestyle. So someone calls you, let's go get a burger, let's go get a pizza. All
And it's
these.
always late.
And it's-
But you don't think we think it's good living? I mean, lately, Charlie, it's like, good living for us. Let's go get some pizza.
Like,
let's
imagine taking a girl out, like, let's go eat some pissy and some consumer. Like,
Try to be some
Where-
way.
like, really? Like, really?
Where will you get ampesi at night?
Oh, there could be places.
Oh, there
you
could
may
be
never
places
know.
you never know. There could be places.
There could be. You
In
may
this
never
country?
know.
Oh yeah, trust me, there could be places.
You'll be shocked.
You'll be surprised. There could be places. But here's the case.
Like
Well,
even having the ampesis and all that at a certain time is not all that healthy. So
no, but ampesi would be better than fries because all these fries now everything is processed. Fries is thought to be potatoes, but it's not just the natural potatoes. Obviously, you realize that when you fry potatoes at home, it never tastes the way it tastes when you go outside to get it.
Mm.
Oh yes, try it.
Okay.
It's not. It's
That's
processed.
news to me.
Yes, you can never get the same taste. It's
Okay.
processed food. Now, sausage, all those things are processed meat, everything. Now, our diet is more of processed food instead of the natural or organic food. So that also plays an important role. Now, these processed foods are high in calorie. And Black mentioned something. The input and the output, there must be a balance. So when your input is more than your output, then you increase in weight. So we have people who try to lose weight, but you're 18. Yeah, okay, so they are jogging, they are skipping and everything. But after you can't
some people are
jog,
basically overeating.
they can't eat. No, I think it's something with us. Overeating, we're taught to eat till you're full. That is
Yeah.
eat. Like you're a child, you're like, oh nah, oh me, dibika we're full crying you know that whole thing.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to actually eat till. Now you're supposed to have something in. It's better to eat regularly, at regular or more frequent intervals, than to eat a whole at a go.
Mm.
So you can eat 5 times a day or 4 times a day.
Even with the eating, I think everybody should eat based on how their activities
Yeah.
are. So if you're a sedentary person, then you don't have to eat so much.
Mhm.
But I've met people who wanted to lose weight and they'll go like me. I like food though. and that in itself is like, how are we going to do this? Because I don't necessarily really cut people from eating. Like don't eat this, don't eat that. Most often than not, I'll be like, you know what, you should make wise food decisions, and that's much more important. I think most people will feel, okay, I need a diet. Like, I'm not with you 24 hours.
Yeah.
Right, so I can give you a diet now, whereby you look at it, you will not follow it. Right, so and I tell my clients, dieting is more of you creating something for yourself that will be sustainable for the rest of your life. If you can get that, you're good to go.
All right, so if you can get that for yourself, then you're good to go. Feel free and join us on our WhatsApp numbers, which is 0202222054. The phone lines are open now, and the number is 0555 657278. And I repeat, 0555 657278. Feel free also and join us on all our social media pages: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It's at ETV Ghana, and you'll be part of the discussion. So, there's something I've been wondering. Is there anything like too much exercise for a man? And again, at what age is good for a man to start exercising?
At what age is
Yes.
it good for a man? So I think all your life you exercise. And let me break it down whereby as a kid you play, and that's a form of exercise, but we don't calculate that as being exercise. But officially, you can start exercising in your teens. That's when the body starts to officially grow. When the hormones spike in 13, you start to change. As a guy, 13,
Yeah.
you start to change. So you can start doing something when you're 13 and going. And I think the question of, is that too much exercise? For somebody who wants to be fit and healthy, all you need is 30 minutes or an hour every other day. Right now, with time, you improve. So I don't know, with time, when you get better, maybe 30 minutes to an hour might probably not be sufficient for you. You might want to
you
do
might
more.
want to do more, yeah.
Right. So it's difficult for me to say there's too much exercise because I exercise every single day of the week. And most people can't do that.
So Black,
it's dependent
I'll
on
pause you
you.
here. There's a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, caller. What's your
Yeah,
name and where you're
hello.
calling from?
Please, I'm calling from Kumasi.
All right. Can we hear you? Kindly speak up a little bit higher.
Okay, please, I'm not a man, but I'm a lady.
Okay.
I've not been eating, but I've been gaining weight, especially my arms. My arms are very big. I don't know what to do. I don't lift anything, but it's like I'm building up, and I want to reduce it.
Okay. So what you don't know is that you are the first woman to call on this show ever since we started. And it's so interesting. We are glad to have you. Please keep watching us and call us another time. So you're gaining weight, you're not eating, but so you want to know what you should do, right? Doc,
Yes, please.
please let's help her out.
Okay, so Martha, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll say something more before Black also comes in. Well, we have everyone and their fat deposit zones. Okay. Normally, for females, it can be the abdomen, the hips, the buttocks, but there are some people the arms as well.
Yeah.
And then she says she's not eating. Well, she's actually eating, but I don't know what she's eating. And then we don't know her lifestyle.
Okay.
Is it a sedentary lifestyle? What do you do? What do you do? How's your regular day like? Your normal day like? Do you do a lot of exercises? Are you sitting? Are you a secretary? You sit throughout? Are you a market woman who sits throughout? Or someone who actually hawks, so move around?
Yeah.
So your physical activity plays a role. What you are eating also plays a role. If she would remember, we've talked about your input and your output. Basically, that's the maths. Your input and your output. Okay, I think Black would add
So
something
now,
to it.
Martha is only worried about gaining weight in her arms.
Well, she said
But
in
bef-
her, she
Yeah, but the
give
thing
an
about-
example that her arms, there could be
No,
others.
but she's only worried about that.
Her arms, yeah.
But the thing about your arms is your body would deposit at other places before it even taps in here. Right now, to lose it, you might not necessarily lose this first.
In general.
Right? Other places might go before this one
That.
goes. Right? So if Martha is watching, would like to hear more with regards to the things that you eat, and if you don't do any form of exercise, then get to doing something. Get yourself into a
Get active, eh?
Yeah, get
Martha,
yourself active.
what we can do to help you is that please log on to our social media pages, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Ask us questions, or you can also send us more on what Black and then Doc is asking for on our WhatsApp number, which is 0202222054. And I'm sure we'll be ready to give you more answers to help out with what you want to achieve. Now, there's something very interesting. I got that as a text message that I should ask. So it has to do with sex and healthy lifestyle of a man. How harmful is too much sex for a man? In any case, can there be any point where sex is harmful to a man?
Okay, yes, there are certain conditions where sex can be harmful to the man. But before that, what do we classify as too much sex?
Okay, hold on. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Please, you were talking about like lifestyle. I don't normally walk.
You don't normally walk?
Yes, I I don't walk.
Oh, I believe we
And
are
then-
speaking with Martha again, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, please.
Okay.
It's not matter. It's Asia.
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 Oh, okay,
sorry.
Asia.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't walk. And I want to know like the kind of food I can be taking. It's not only my arm. I'm fat, but it's like my arms are bigger than my body.
Okay, Asia, we appreciate that. I'm sure Dr. and Black will deal with that. Thank you very much for
All
calling.
right, thanks.
Okay, so Asia, sorry for the name. So basically, like we said, input and output, it still boils down to that. Now, you just said that your lifestyle, you don't live a kind of an active lifestyle.
doesn't
Yeah,
walk.
she doesn't walk.
You don't walk, you don't, So, one, your output is basically about how you expend energy. Your input is the energy you take in.
Yeah.
So, it depends on you. Now, your diet, coming to my side, for diet, for example, definitely someone may say that they don't take a lot of fats and oil stuff, but then they take a lot of carbohydrates. Our staple food in Ghana, everything is carbohydrate.
Okay.
Like the fufu you eat, the banku you eat, the mpisi you eat, everything you eat is actually carbohydrate. A lot, high carbohydrate diets. So you have to cut down on the carbohydrate and then increase your output. Now, increase your output. Once you increase your output and decrease your input, you would see a change. And it's a gradual process. It's not a one-day something.
Over
I'm
time.
sure Black will tell you. It takes time. It's a gradual process. Your arms may not go down, but you realize
Some parts will go
some
down
parts
first.
it will start going down, and then gradually you get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
back to the issue on sex. You think I forgot it?
We couldn't wait.
So back to that issue.
Okay.
So you were saying that not necessarily that sex, too much of it can be harmful to a man's health.
No, I said that there are some conditions
There are
where
some conditions.
sex can be detrimental to the health
Okay.
of the man.
Mm.
Okay, and then, but I was asking what you meant by too much sex, because that's a
Well,
bit-
obviously, I mean, too much sex can be relative to every person.
yes, it
Yeah.
is
So-
relative.
Let's look at what or how detrimental it will be, considering whatever condition that it will be.
Okay, so basically, with men with heart conditions, okay, some heart conditions, we wouldn't want you to engage in strenuous or vigorous physical activities, including sex. Okay, so basically, most of the time, it's men with cardiovascular conditions. Men with cardiovascular conditions, these are the ones that would want you to take your time on it. Now, basically, in general, depending on your health state, that is where we would advise you to either be moderate about it or don't be too vigorous about it, or you can just do whatever you like. Like you said, it's highly relative to the
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
Some have high sex drives than others. It's relative to the person.
Black, your thoughts on that, and obviously your last words.
Again, I don't know what too much sex is. And
Yeah.
I think it's dependent on everybody. Like he said, with certain conditions, if you have certain conditions, we don't they will not advise you to engage in vigorous sexual activities or strenuous activities in whole. So
All right, folks. We are happy you are part of this evening's show. We'll draw the curtains to an end today. Next week, we'll be back to give you more on the men's lounge. Thank you for being part of it. Have a blessed night and a good evening.